So I had a deadline. I wanted to go see family down in Phoenix toward the end of October. And it was already the middle of July by the time I got my van back. When you live in different parts of the country and you don't like to fly, it can be difficult. And I miss Jeremy so much and his beautiful wife, Julia. So that was my mission, to see my family. This was over a 1,000-mile trip, so I took my time. The first night in Corning, California. Then it was on to Reno, where it was very cold. And then I ended up at a very interesting campground due to some very interesting circumstances. I ended up there because I ran into my first real glitch of my trip, and that was in Las Vegas.
The tradition also insists that the Talbots be the stiff-necked and demonstrative type. Frequently, this has been carried to very unhappy extremes. Don't I know that? Laddie, let's decide, you and I, that between us, there should be no more such reserve.
No, it wasn't the Wolfman, even though it was Halloween, but it might as well have been. Yeah. Las Vegas doesn't allow anyone to spend the night in their vehicle if they are inside city limits. And unless you have a fully contained RV with a certain kind of sticker, you are not allowed to camp in your vehicle, even at a campground. Ridiculous. So I spent the night at the Space Station RV Park in Beatty, Nevada instead. And then it was on to Phoenix. I'll explain later why I went back to Vegas. The next 10 days were a whirlwind of laughter and games. Say it.
Cheers for the challenge.
You win.
There it goes. You gonna get it? Get it, boy. Get that ball. He's tired.
Oh. What?
Maybe.
Huh?
Yeah, it's in your territory now. Get it, bud. Get it. See, get the ball. Get it, boy. Get it, boy. Get that ball. You gonna get it? On the button. On the button, baby.
You know I'm rock and roll. Nation's worried about my soul. Jesus walked on the water. I know that it's true. Man, I ain't asking nobody for nothing. If I can't get it on my own. You don't like the way I'm living. You just just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Yeehaw! Alright, there we are, Hayden, driving in the van. Yep. You're gonna take your mask off? Alright, what did we get? Huh? Yeah, cool. Alright. We got our video, I think. Right? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, Brody, what do you think of that meal, huh?
It should be good.
Alright, we'll see if those plates are empty when you get done. Such a good time, and I laughed so hard. And of course, it's always great to be with your kids and your grandkids and the ones they love. I can't thank everybody enough. Jeremy, Julia, what wonderful hosts. Hayden and Brody and all the cats, of course. We can't forget the cats. And, you know, their friends who showed up, and wonderful people, just wonderful. It was heartwarming and encouraging, and I'm so grateful. Family. So, I'm back on the road again. And why am I going to Las Vegas? Why am I spending over $200 to stay at Circus? Yuck. What possible reason would I have for that? Well, I bought these tickets 6 months ago thinking I'd be able to camp out in Vegas, and I wasn't going to let anything stop me. I'm not going into details, but believe me when I say I went through hell and high water to get to this show. And it was the first time I'd ever gone to a concert by myself. I don't regret it one bit, although for various reasons, I don't think my hip will ever be the same again. The $35 glass of wine made it both better and worse. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. And finally, the trip ended where this video began, with that raven. He was hanging out at a coffee shop that I went through. I've always wanted to check out a raven, and it was just amazing. There he was. The coffee lady was tossing peanuts to him, and so he was hanging out right there. So while I was waiting for my coffee, I snapped some photos and took some video. And right after the video that you guys saw, my coffee was ready, and she says, "He's flirting with you." And I'm like, "Yay, a raven flirting with me. Awesome." And she said, "Yes, Henry can be quite the flirt." And I said, "Henry? That's his name, Henry? Like, where'd that come from?" And she goes, "Well, it's his name, King Henry." So, King Henry the Raven was how I ended my trip, and it was so apropos, especially because it was Halloween, right? So, anyway, so awesome. Have you heard about the Golden Roadie? She lost her man. She bought a van. She drove her failures into glory. She rolled the dice. She paid the price. When her happy life was turned upside down, she shook it off and straightened her crown. Oh, yes, I'm talking about the Golden Roadie. She turned her burdens into shares. And if you dare, then subscribe, like, and share.